Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here, doing the first episode of the vlog. There's no name for the vlog just yet. I kind of need you guys to help me out with that. I've been thinking, I have like two names because I figured I guess it should be named after my name. So it's either the Invisible vlog or the Katana vlog. I'm always preferable to Katana anything because that's just what I like. But first episode of the vlog, I'm really excited to get things going. I'm going to be jumping all over the place with this. I got quite a few videos I have to do today, so I'm going to be using this camera, and I'm going to be switching to my GoPro, and I'm kind of going to be shooting through some of the videos I have to do today. I have to do my New Year's video, of course. I'm going to try not to ramble and say thank you a million times. I always do that because that's, end of the year / beginning of the year videos. That's all I do. I just say thanks for supporting the channel a million times. And that's pretty much it. I tend to repeat myself a lot, so I'm going to try to streamline that process this time and make a useful thank you video and not just thanks 100 times. So I've got to do that. I have to, oddly enough, just like with Christmas, I have to do a review for Ruby, so I got to do that as well. I have a video that I need to do for New Year's Eve because that sucked. It's just a really crappy experience, which you guys will already know about that video, and I'll put a link in the description for that one. I also have to do my video for my Christmas gifts. I got a couple of gifts, some of them right here. This is probably my favorite one, which I got. This is from the anime De La La La, which is super awesome if you're into anime. It's made by the guy who did Bakano. If you watch anime, sorry if that was just a bunch of stuff that didn't make any sense, but love this. This is a helmet, by the way. I can wear this. I'm just not going to do it right now because if I take my hat off, my hair is messy. Also have a little Mac thing, and obviously because I'm going to be doing my I'm going to be uploading that video before I upload this because I'm going to have to do some editing on it. I don't mind showing that off because the other video is going to be out before this ends up coming out. But I got like 3 or 4 videos that I need to do. I have quite a few videos to edit. I have a ton of videos to edit actually because of my gaming stuff, which I've been having the craziest experience with, where the second episode was being really stupid. I thought I figured out the problem, which I guess technically I figured out the problem. Episode 3 I edited in like 10-15 minutes, which is how long it normally takes, as long as things go generic. 10 to 15 minutes, I can edit an hour-long episode because it's just a gaming video. I just have to match up the parts. That's it. And then I was like, all right, it's done. I'm gonna be, getting into editing and flying through those. Then I get to episode 4, and I don't know what the heck the problem is. The audio is off for no reason whatsoever. The audio is like adding like fractions of seconds. So as it goes on, I don't know what the heck she's doing. Sadie, what are you doing? Sadie's the dog, by the way. What you doing over there? Oh, yeah, of course, here she comes. You want to be in the video? You want to be in the vlog, Sadie? Gonna cross over the wires? I don't know if anyone can see you with your ninja-ness. I'm gonna try to move the light. I got this. Here she is, Sadie. Oh, she can't cross the wires that are like right in her face. She's trying to, but she can't. Alright, come over here. Over on this side. Let's do this side. Yeah. We'll get her in now. Sadie. So you want to be in the video? Shake. Want to shake? Of course not. She never wants to do it. Whenever we're in like the GoPro videos and all that stuff, she doesn't ever want to do anything. Like, never. Okay. There it is. That's insanely bright. Your eyes okay? She peed on the floor earlier. I don't think my girlfriend let her out before my girlfriend left for work, and I don't get up until like 11. I think I got up at 11. She was barking and stuff, and I'm like, man, I thought she was barking at someone else, but then I heard that she was whining. I was like, she's like at the steps, and I could hear her, so I was like, something's up. She has to go outside. And I don't know if she did this before I let her out, because I didn't actually walk in this room. I'm in the living room right now, so I didn't walk out to see. And I let her outside and stuff, and then I did something, I don't remember. And I let her back in, and so then we started playing and stuff. And I walk around, and I'm like, oh. I thought it was vomit at first because it was super fizzy, which that's not too good, Sadie. I don't know if that's the same as with humans, but it shouldn't be fizzy. But the point is, at first I thought it was like, oh, she threw up some water and stuff, and then as I'm wiping, I'm like, no, that's pee. I'm pretty sure that's pee, so. Peed on the floor, but I think that's on us, so I'm sorry. I mean, it's Shayna's fault. She should have let you out, but I was asleep, so not on me, not on me. But Sadie, you want to say hi? No? Don't even want to look in that direction? Oh, that was close. That's what she does. But I love you. That's okay. Cause you're Sadie. Cause you're Sadie. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch to the GoPro. I'm going to get to doing all those videos because I have a bunch of stuff to do. I might start using this light. I have my this is like my external light or whatever. I have it on like my little octopus tripod thing that I just got when I bought on like my GoPro accessory. So I might start using that in dark areas, low light situations. Kind of like this because it's super dark. You wouldn't think it was so dark, but I have it on autofocus. So of course that takes the frames up super high, so it makes it way darker. But I'm gonna switch. We're gonna get to New Year's video review those stories. So 4 videos I have to do, and it's 12:50, so I've got some time. I do have to go to work today. It's January 2nd, by the way. It's the observed day for New Year's Day for most people. At least my girlfriend was super upset that she had to go to work today. Bless you, Sadie. My girlfriend was super upset that she had to go to work today. So I'm gonna go through, do some YouTube stuff. You gonna be good down here? Yeah. Okay. Alright. She's doing the dog thing where she pushes into my leg. So we're gonna end it here, and then it's gonna be me, shooting through a bunch of the videos that I have to get to today. So you're now on the GoPro. As you guys can see, it's 1080p, 30 frames per second. For some of you who may have checked out the other videos that I did with my GoPro, they were all 60 frames per second because that's just how it kind of came set up, and I never bothered to change it because 60 frames looks kind of cool. With GoPros though, considering you move around a lot, it's better to do like 30 frames per second, and I'm actually going to edit this as well so that everything looks normal. It's not like the fisheye lens thing. I'm going to change that as well just to kind of keep it steady. But right now, I'm in between doing videos because my battery was super low. Or not even in between doing videos. I haven't started. I turned my camera off after I did the last little segment, and it was like, alright, the battery's low on that. It was at like 12% or something. I was like, man, I sure hope I charge the other battery, so I switch the battery out of the light and put it in the camera, and that was at 11%. So now I have a battery charging, and I'm kind of just sitting here because there's not much for me to do. I'm probably going to edit or attempt to edit this freaking Resident Evil 0 video because it's being stupid. It's the one I was talking about where the audio just was being weird. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do now, and I'm not going to bother filming that because there's not much reason to really film it. Even if I speed it up, I'll just be kind of hunched over, being annoyed while I'm editing. But I want to do that little update, so once I get finished with that, or once the battery charges up enough, then I'll get back to actually editing and stuff like that. One thing that I did want to mention though, because I'm going to mention it in another video, but depending on whether or not you guys end up watching that, you won't know why. The reason I'm wearing my Star Wars hat instead of my Back to the Future hat is in honor of Carrie Fisher. And I thought that was really the only good thing that I could do at this point. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do a video kind of honoring her memory because I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, hence the hat. I didn't even buy this hat. My sister got this for me for Christmas because she knows I love Star Wars. So I was like, I'm waiting to do that video because I'm like, I just want to make sure I do it right because it's just important. It mattered a lot to me. So I'm waiting to do that, but I wanted to explain why I'm wearing this hat instead of my normal hat, which is actually like way across the room, hanging on that chair over there. But I wanted to explain that just in case anybody was wondering, like, if you don't end up watching the New Year's video, why I'm wearing the Star Wars hat in this instead of my normal hat, even though it's the beginning of the year. Technically, this is the first video I filmed all year, even though it'll come out in a couple of days. I just wanted to kind of mention that. So that's why I'm wearing the Star Wars hat. I'm not sure how long I'm going to wear it, but this is what I'm going to wear for a while. It's going to be this instead of my normal hat for quite a while. But wanted to mention that before I got things going. And now I'm going to get into editing. And then once the once the battery actually loads up or charges up, I don't know, I'm using all the wrong words right now. But once it does that, then I'll finally be able to get going and kind of get things done, which I really need to do sooner rather than later because now it's 1 o'clock and I typically try to leave around 2:30, and with 4 videos, I don't know if I'll be hitting that mark. I might have to leave and clock into work and then come back and finish the rest of the videos, just because of how long it'll most likely end up taking to do all 4 videos. But that's just how it's gonna have to be. So I'm gonna try to get into editing and try not to lose my mind, because it's been really annoying me that this has just been such a big issue like this. But I'll just have to deal with it. So that's what I'm gonna do next. All right, everybody. So I realized that I did need to go into editing because there's actually something. Let's see. There's actually something that I did need to do, and that was switch these curtains. So these curtains right here, and those curtains over there, I have to switch because these are better blackout curtains, and we have the TV over there. So when we watch TV, especially now that it's on a mount, it's a ton of glare. So that bothered my girlfriend. She wants me to switch them out. Also, and you guys can barely see this, but if you look right here, you can really see that it's bending inward. Maybe this helps a little bit, but it's bending in because these things are so effing heavy, and we don't have a middle hook right here. We have some more over there, so I'm going to get a screwdriver and take one of those out. Probably the one that you can actually see that's still straight up. And I'm going to put that over here after I switch them out, because I didn't even realize this until I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before, that this is just, so basically it's like this and then it turns flat. So it's standing straight up, and then in the middle, like, these things are so heavy that it just flat out turned them. So that really sucks. And I wish I realized this beforehand, because I was just helping my mom finish up moving, and she had a ton of these left over, like the little cheap things that you can put blinds on or curtains on. So I left them all there because I was like, oh, we don't need any of those. And then, like, the day after that, I came back and it's like, oh, I wish I saw that, because we could have used at least one of those just to switch it out, because now I'm probably just gonna have to flip this up and, like, force it, and hopefully it doesn't snap on me as I'm forcing it up, and then I'll use one of the hooks, and that's just how it's gonna be. So I have something to fast forward through outside of me just sitting down and doing some videos. Also, I'm sure you guys will see Sadie running around, and maybe throughout me switching back and forth, I'll probably play around with her, because we got her Christmas toy, which is a rope. And if I go for it, she might go nuts. So probably do that little play. Or you're gonna get mad at me, Sadie. Because if I go for it now, yep, there it is. So you gonna bite me? So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna shoot through this, and then hopefully after that I'll actually get to doing some video stuff. So I mean, I got something because I can fast forward through this for you guys, but other than that, yeah, that's all I got. Also, I don't know if you can really tell, the seats are flipped up right now. That's because of Sadie. Because when we go to sleep at night, she'll get on the couch. If we leave, she'll get on the couch, as most dogs do. So the seats are typically flipped up. The love seat isn't, because that's, of course, where I was sitting. Christ.
All bad boys want some more, it's tricky. Girls enjoy, they feel so lucky.
I might be it, Sadie. What I found out is that, or what I was doing just now actually, was trying to bend this back, but I think it might be done for, and I'm pretty sure that we do not have any more of these things at all in the house. And the only other thing I can think of, I don't believe is long enough to cover the entire span of this window. And also, it wouldn't have anywhere to hook because it would be way too big. So it would just be one floating bar right in the middle with nothing to hook onto. Even those might be a little too big. So what I'm gonna do is basically just put the blinds up there, or the curtains, because that's pretty much all I got. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm still trying to push this out, but I know if I bend it, it'll just snap. That's the weird thing about, like, metal stuff. Like, when it's thin metal, you can bend it one way, but if you try to bend it back, it'll just snap. Like, that's pretty much how it goes. It can bend one time. You get one freebie bend, and then after that, you better leave it alone or it'll just snap on you. So that's kind of what I got to do. And I'm going to leave it where it is. And then just kind of put everything back up exact same way that it was before, or close to it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm only super close so I can mark my little timer to when I'm gonna speed things up again. Success! Alright. That is done. Done and done. I don't know what the heck we're gonna do with this. I don't know if you guys could probably see me struggling with it, but it's still, of course, bent in the middle. We just have to get a new one of these. But for now, with the hook in the middle, it will hold up. So that was the main thing, was that it was literally bending like directly in the center. And fortunately, the family that owned this place before, like the hook that I brought over, there's another one like hanging off on the side because I guess they just love curtains or something. So they had a bunch of like extra hooks and stuff like that. So fortunately, there was already a hole in there. I hate this tiny little screwdriver. I'm probably gonna put that in there when I first start the time lapse. But I hate this tiny screwdriver. Like the part where I was standing up and doing it, it was really hurting my fingers because it's like all I can do is use like my thumb. I can't like grip it. It's like I'm using my thumb and my finger to just turn this thing. And it was just annoying. Like it was like making my hand so tired. That's why I had to get on the chair so I could get a much better position on it. But that is done, so that's good. That's not too bad at all. You know, the only thing now, because of course I don't care, but my girlfriend's gonna, excuse me, my girlfriend's probably gonna care. Now the blinds don't match, or the curtains. I keep saying blinds, but I know they're curtains, or the drapes, whatever you want to call them. They don't match. That was a big thing. Of course, symmetry and design and all that stuff. I tend not to care. As you can see, I just wear nerdy shirts, and that's pretty much it. Nerdy shirts and jeans. But we have the blackout curtains. Not necessarily blackout curtains, but they're much darker than these. You can clearly tell that. So that's good. We won't have as much glare when we watch TV, which it didn't bother me. I didn't really notice, but also when you're playing the game, it's a little easier to kind of ignore that stuff than with TV, where it's like, okay, it's in like a set, kind of like with the camera right now, it's in a set position. So if something is, you know, the darks and stuff, that's where you get all your reflection. If there's glare, you see it in everything that's black. And it's a bit harder to get that in video games because it's a video game. So it's like, oh, let's have all these different colors and stuff like that, unless it's a horror game. And in that case, yeah, you'll definitely get a ton of glare because it's dark, which a prime example is Resident Evil, because I had that when I was doing like the first 2 episodes. I was like, it's way too bright in here. I can't see anything because it's a Resident Evil game, so it was way too dark in the game, and all I could see was like my reflection in the TV. So I think you get that more with TV shows than you do with video games, but either way, the curtains are there now, so that's good. Sadie is nice and relaxed with her paws crossed like this. Such a baby. But that's good. I'm gonna check on the battery, and then I will probably be getting into, finally, at 1:30, I think. We are 1:39. I'll finally get into actually doing the videos that I have planned for today, and I'll see how all that plays out and how editing goes and everything like that. So glad that that's done. That's a very minor thing to succeed at, but it's something. So I'm glad I got that done. I'm glad I actually remembered to do it too, because I definitely almost forgot. So glad to have that done. Not as bad as I thought, because I was like, man, I really hope that, you know, the thing doesn't snap or break on me, which I'm glad it didn't. So glad that that's all said and done. You ready to get into some videos, Sadie? Take that as a yes.